So what are we gonna do then?
What's on the agenda? Well, I will mention one thing to you. It's about Pokemon. I'll try. It's not a spoiler. Okay. I hope it's not a spoiler. I hope I don't say it and then you go, oh, that's a spoiler.
Okay.
At least one existing Pokemon has a new evolution.
Oh. Okay.
I'll say no more.
So what? One old school Pokemon has got a new permanent evolution.
Yes.
Okay. No, I won't know until I find out. But that gives me a nice little. That's like a teaser type of spoiler rather than an actual spoiler.
Yeah.
Now I know that any sort of old school Pokemon, one of them might have the chance.
Which will it be?
That's what it'll give me more reason to catch old school Pokemon.
Yes.
Whereas when I normally go through new games, I don't normally catch the old school ones until towards the end when I've got all the new school ones.
New school.
How to play.
No one really
about with them.
Yeah. No one really says new school, do they?
New school.
Well, you'd think people would, considering old school as a thing.
Did I just say it, like, naturally?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But it just occurred to me that
I've said it a few times.
Like, it makes perfect sense as a phrase, but I've never really heard anyone say it.
Yeah, because I suppose when we were in school, that was old school, but nowadays it's all a bunch of new school.
Yeah, academies, Oasis. They've all got Oasis in front of the name. Like Oasis, Marcus Brigstock Academy and things like that. Whatever that one's called.
I think my secondary was one of the first ones to get on with that game or something, weren't they?
Yeah, it was
became
definitely
like an art academy when they made they rebuilt the entire school right next door to the old school, knocked down the old school, and then rebranded the school as like an art academy.
If we just move it 12 inches to the left, it's a whole new school.
Literally, what used to be the school field became the new school.
Oh, okay. I've been down there for a while.
Where the old school was, they put houses.
Of course they did. Money spinner.
Yeah.
Everything's an academy. But like, I read up about the academies and how they get on, and it's basically just, it means the government doesn't have to spend as much money on schools, so they save money. They love it. And then the schools just get run by people who are businessmen and don't know anything about how to run schools. And the schools do badly, and the people running them get huge paychecks. Everyone wins.
Well,
except the kids.
As the paychecks come in, then...
Yeah. Oh, well. At least we don't have to deal with that. we're through it all.
Yeah. We just have to do with getting old.
Yeah, that's true. Although I think a lot of the stuff...
complete opposite.
Yeah. I think a lot of the stuff the kids do is actually better than what we did now. Like, it's not so much focus on big exams and things like that. It's more just about learning skills. I'd much rather have done like vocational stuff, honestly.
I was terrible with exams.
Yeah.
I was decent in lessons, but when it came to exams, I was just like,
I remember we did when I did physics at A level. And this is a bit older, but like I think the teachers set the exams during the year that they weren't part of the syllabus, and then the exam we did at the end of the year was like the national one. And I remember I was like fucking bottom of the class in every test we did during the year, and then so I was really worried about physics. And then we got to the exam, and it was like the things we've been doing during the year was like 10 times harder than what was in the actual exam. So I was like, were they doing that on purpose, or did they just
over prepare you?
Yeah, which was fair enough. But
we're going to make little geniuses.
Yeah, but I remember everyone was really salty about it afterwards. Like, oh, that exam was so shit. It was so easy. They didn't have this. And it wasn't like a stupid exam. It was like the questions were like, what do you think the impact of this might be? It wasn't like physics questions or anything. But I remember thinking,
if you drop this out a window?
Yeah,
it's the ground.
Yeah, but I remember thinking, why is this a bad thing? Why do you think this is a bad thing? You're just going to get a higher mark than you would have got. Why is this a problem?
Yeah, true.
I was pretty happy.
Bunch of swats.
Yeah,
can't go without the knowledge.
Yeah,
just happy to cruise through.
Yeah, exactly. I got my grades. I was happy. I was sat there thinking, mate, the exam fucking as easy as you want, mate. That's great. Yeah.
I'm never going to be a physicist, so...
No. Yeah, well. Anyway.
Yeah.
So that was my, like, one bit of news was Pokemon related.
Pokemon. Yeah, I don't really have... I never have anything. I'm just kind of here to make comments
Yeah.
in the background.
I do have a couple of like stories from work.
Oh no.
I don't think they're very good. They made me laugh at the time.
Oh.
I'm not sure how well they'll translate. So the first was I don't know, like Teletubbies come up in conversation with some people. And
Wait, what? Sorry, what?
Teletubbies came up in conversation. Because
okay.
a few people have got kids and they were talking about, such an, thing he was watching
I
Teletubbies.
thought you said that it's like talking to Teletubbies with some people.
Well, I won't name any names.
Don't understand anything I say. Like talking to a bunch of Teletubbies. Dipsy, Lala, Dipwick.
They just get naked and stick aerials to their heads and
engrave TVs into their stomachs.
Yeah.
Oh no, they just have to stick a tablet to their chest.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Fancy nowadays.
Someone once had like a Christmas jumper day, and someone had one of those jumpers that's got like a pocket on the front, and you can put a tablet in there. It was a smartphone. You could put a smartphone in there.
Okay.
So you could have he had like a roaring log fire going in the middle of his jumper that had like a log fire pattern on it.
Oh, that was quite...
But like people were so blown away by it. Like, it was up in Leeds. Oh, that's amazing, Ismail. How did you do that? Oh, that's so great. And like me and him were like talking afterwards, and we both agreed that it really wasn't that impressive because it was just a smartphone. It's like if you'd have held it out to him, they wouldn't have had the same.
You just slipped it into a bit of like plastic or
just like a bit of like knitted pocket with a hole in the front. And he was like, why do they think it's so amazing?
Yeah.
It was honestly like showing cavemen fire, but I suppose that's what people from Yorkshire are like.
Oh.
Anyway, so they were talking about Teletubbies.
Story time. Teletubbies.
Yeah. And one of the ladies that works in the office goes, "Do you know when I was younger, my dad used to sneak upstairs and watch Teletubbies." And like instantly the first thing I thought of was what is he doing, like sneaking upstairs, locking the door, putting on Teletubbies and having a wank. But she didn't go into that much detail. And everyone laughed, and everyone laughed, but then she turns around and she goes like to justify it, she goes, "Oh, but he wasn't as old as he is now." Really?
He's still old enough to have like a kid though.
Yeah. I just like
never know.
I just like the idea that she had to explain that in the past he wasn't as old as he was
young.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Oh man. And the other
I don't know if I go as far as watching Teletubbies because that wasn't one of my big shows, but
no.
At my age I'll happily sit and watch a couple of Thomas the Tanks just for good old nostalgic jingles.
My granddad was all like when I went up and visited before. Apparently he and I saw him. He just likes to sit and watch cartoons, like
Fair enough.
like like the ones like Tom and Jerry and Top Cat and things like that.
Oh, the old school cartoons.
Yeah.
No, fair.
Which is like, and like I remember someone mentioning it and going, he just sits and watches cartoons, and I kind of went, cool. Like, can't argue with that.
What I do half the time.
Yeah.
Can see where you got it now.
Yeah. So the other story was my line manager got a phone call, and it was the wrong number. He explained afterwards that apparently someone used to have the number before him, and he or their number's very similar to his, and he keeps getting calls for them, and they owe money to people and various things. He always gets chased for their money and stuff like that. And the person's name is Mrs. Foster. And so he answers the phone, and there's a pause, and he goes, "Mrs. Foster? No, she's gone to Gloucester in a shower of rain." And there's another pause. He goes, "Yeah, she stepped in a puddle right up to her middle and never went back again." He just says it completely deadpan as anything. And there's another pause, and he goes, "Okay, speak to you later." Apparently they just went, "Oh, okay, we'll call back later then."
Oh, okay. No, fair play.
He was saying once he used to get cold called all the time for people saying, if it's about the accident you were in that wasn't your fault. And eventually he got so fed up with it because like I just fucking blocked the numbers, but he kept on trying to get him to remove his number from their database and things like that. And he said eventually he got so fed up with it that when they said, "Oh, we're calling about we heard about the accident you had that wasn't your fault," and he said back to him, "Oh yeah, I heard about yours too." She said, "What?" He said, "Yeah, I heard about the accident you had that wasn't your fault when the guy you kept on cold calling ran you over." And then they just hung up.
Yeah, although could that technically be counted as a threat?
Yeah, sorry, yeah, that's probably it, innit? They had to pass it on to the police.
Oh, ow.
Oh, you're right.
I just coughed.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I thought you'd stood on a rusty nail or something.
No. I coughed, but my leg jiggled and it knocked the metal of the back bit of the bed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What, the bit by your feet or the bit by your head?
Technically the bit that's meant to be by your head, but it's normally by my feet.
Okay.
The bigger bit.
Yeah. So, yeah, you I was really confused because I was like, well, it's the bit by your feet then, but I suppose it is the bit by your feet, but it's not the bed bit for feet.
No. the headboard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think.
Even though it's technically not a board, it's just a bent sort of like metal bars.
Yeah, the head bar.
The head bar.
Head grate.
Good for sieving out all the bad thoughts in the night.
Oh yes. Oh, when I woke up this morning like 4 or 5 minutes before my alarm went off, and then I just thought, I'll just rest my eyes for a couple of minutes. But I thought I'll get up before my alarm. I'll get up now, but I just want to rest my eyes for a couple of minutes. You know what it's like when you just wake up. You kind of don't realize that that's just going to make you fall asleep again.
Yeah.
So I did that, and then I kind of slipped back into a dream. And in my dream, I was leaving my flat via the front door, as is tradition. And yeah.
Well, do you have any other doors in your flat?
Not that I'm open to the public.
Oh,
there's the corpse door.
Got your secret tunnels hidden about. Get to places.
Yeah.
From the first floor flat.
Yeah. They're really, really slim tunnels.
Going down through the pipes.
Yeah. So yeah, I had this dream where I was leaving via the front door, as discussed, and
disgusting.
But then like this kind of like half dream went the same way that real life was going in terms of because in real life I wanted to get up, but then I was resting my eyes and obviously fell asleep again. But then in the dream, I obviously wanted to leave the flat, but then I just let the door close and rested my eyes, like stood up by the door. But then the door started opening, like someone was pushing it open from outside. And it was almost like a night terror. It was really weird. I was like utterly petrified. Like I knew something utterly abominably terrible was about to happen. And there was like this hooded, cloaked figure pushing the door open really slowly. And I was terrified. And then I woke up.
Well, you were inside the...
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I woke up.
Before you'd even opened it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I woke up like 2 minutes later. So my alarm was about to go off. I thought this was a bit weird. Like I had a little random night terror about leaving.
That's how much you don't want to go to work.
Yeah.
Do not leave the flat. It's never a good sign.
It's not. Did I tell you about when I had a dream? Like, you know, the magical world of dreams where anything can happen.
Yeah.
Where I woke up, got ready for work, and left for work. Like nothing out of the ordinary happened.
You basically had a dream about what you were about to do.
And I woke up and had to do it again. I was like, for fuck's sake.
Oh, yeah. No. I have noticed that, though, is that, like, I dream more when I have that sort of snooze moment.
Yeah.
Than when I actually should be dreaming.
I guess it's because your brain must like switch back on, so it's active enough to do all that stuff. And actually, that's a good point. Maybe the stuff when you're about to wake up is more realistic, like that. Like mine, I was just leaving the flat, or you know, sometimes you have dreams about other shit, don't you? And then
mine aren't like realistic or anything. They're just normal random ass dreams.
Oh, right, okay.
But I only seem to get them in that snooze moment.
Okay. Because I was going to say maybe it's the ones in the deeper sleep that are the weird ones, but if you get the weird ones then as well,
Okay.
I guess not.
Yeah.
Maybe you're waking up in the middle of your sleep cycle. Because you only sleep for like 3 hours or something, don't you?
I can have a better sleep cycle if I tried. But yeah. I don't know if my bad habits kind of affect it as well.
Well, you're talking, of course, about computer games.
Yes. I have noticed one weird thing about my dreams, though.
Yeah.
90% of the time, they take place in my school that I work in, even
Ah.
if they're nothing to do with school.
Yeah. No, that makes sense, yeah.
It could be like a weird sort of like battle against something, but it's just taking place in that school.
That's funny.
Just for, yeah.
Do you ever have like a dream that's a sequel to a previous dream?
I don't remember my dreams enough.
I see. I rarely remember. Well, sometimes I'd have forgotten them. Like I'll vaguely remember bits about it, but then I'll be in the dream, and I'll kind of go, "Oh, hang on, I was here last time," or something like that. You know.
Okay, no.
Yeah, no. I was talking to my nan a couple of weeks ago, and dreams came up in conversation like this again, and I said about I sometimes have sequels, and she goes, "Oh yeah, I reckon it's a family thing. So your grandfather used to have that. I never could though. like I've got a superpower."
The power of sequels.
Yeah. It's good. Some of these ended on bloody cliffhangers. I want to know what happens next.
Well, try turning some of these dreams into like
reality
scripts and stuff. Oh. Yeah.
Nah, you always forget the details though, don't you?
Well, that's where you got to fill it in.
And that's the thing. Like I can picture like locations that the dreams have been in.
Okay.
Actually, one of them.
Remember the odd detail, but not.
Yeah. One of them was more recent. Actually, I think it's always the way with dreams. You the more you think about them, I think the more you remember them. So this one was. I can't remember how we arrived at this point, but there was like this special compound that you could find in wallpaper that they just discovered could give you like super mental abilities, like in that film.
Narrows it down.
Yeah. And so it was like a race against time to like scoff some of this wallpaper before the bad guys arrived. It was quite cool. I tend to have like action movie dreams.
Okay.
I guess it's everything I'm not.
Yeah, I don't really remember mine enough. That's the only dream I can remember was from like 15 years ago when I was camping once.
Oh.
And I remember it was like a dream where I was helping people get down out of a building for whatever reason.
Oh.
But it was like a really weird sort of like layered out building. So we were having to like walk across like metal grey turf type things and
maybe it's a sign. It's a premonition of what's going to happen.
That's weird.
When they've redeveloped Henbury School again, and it's like this big complex, and you walk past and have to rescue people from the fire.
Yeah,
from the superheroes that have been eating the compound.
Oh, and that's where you come in with your superpowers. Got a film on our hands here. Copyright The Invisible Tower.
Yeah. I always like that concept of people dreaming about something and then they suddenly realise that, hang on a second, we actually have just had the same dream. Like Doctor Who did it a couple of times.
Oh, like in Amy's Choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't think I've ever had that.
That's science fiction. I just like I like as like
concept.
As like a story concept thing. I really like that. Because I think you could have fun with the reveal because the two people might like not mention it to each other, and you kind of keep seeing it and you can piece it together yourself. And then if the penny should drop for you at the same time it does for them.
Okay, yeah. Or just give it away straight away, like in Amy's Choice. I was dreaming. Oh, wow, so was I. It was about this. Oh, yeah, so was...
I mean, that's the whole plot, so that kind of makes sense.
Yeah, no, fair enough. That's a character I'd like to see a bit more of, actually.
Dream Lord.
Dream Lord.
Yeah. Because I thought he was going to be the master when he first popped up. And the Doctor was saying there's only one person who hates me that much, that sort of thing.
Okay.
Or like the Valiard or something. I thought it was something Time Lord related. I didn't clock that it was actually going to be him.
I mean, I suppose you could say it's a concept of the Valiard.
I suppose it is, yeah.
Because the Valiard's kind of like an amalgamation of the darker side of the Doctor between the 12th and 13th incarnation.
Yes.
I've got a bit old-fashioned army general. Sorry.
It's all right.
You know, where like you're mid-sentence and your throat just sort of clogs itself.
Yeah, full up with words.
Too many words.
Yeah, there's like a load of like B's, D's, P's and Q's that like have got pointy bits sticking out. And H's.
Jammed in your throat.
Yeah.
I don't, for some reason, I just pictured like the Letterland letters then.
I don't know what that is.
It was like, they were like books and the TV show and stuff when we were young.
Is that Kick and K and all them?
Yeah.
I always remember Kick and K. And Clever Cat.
Yeah. I have to tell them I don't remember them. I can't even find... Oh, no, wait. I spelled it wrong. Yeah, Letterland. That's it. I just remember it was Letterland.
David Letterman Land. Oh, yeah. I recognise the pictures. I think it's one of those... we grew up with these. I think it's like ingrained in whether I knew it or not.
View image. Can I see this? Here we go. Annie Apple, Bouncy Ben, Clever Cat, Dippy Duck, Eddie Elephant, Firefighter Fred, Golden Girl.
Golden Girl?
Yeah.
Fuck's wrong with that?
It's not a name. Harry Hatman.
Subabadooba.
Jumping Jim.
Oh.
Kicking K. Oh no, Kicking King.
Oh, Kicking King.
Ooh.
I've misremembered.
King. So did I. Lucy Lamplight.
What?
Munchin Mike. Noisy Nick.
Munching Mike. They weren't sure what to do with that one, were they? It's just like a robot thing with 3 legs.
Yeah.
And Noisy Nick. They've just put. It's just a kid on a drum kit with the N over his torso. Like, that's not the shape of a kid at a drum kit.
Oscar Orange. Peter Puppy. Quarrelsome Queen. Red Robot. Sammy Snake. Oh, I suppose like Robot looks a bit like a robber. Maybe they originally had him as a robber, but people thought that'd be a bit too
he's got the
young kids.
He's flashing his sack at us, isn't he?
Yeah. So maybe they've had to change it.
Yeah.
Talking Tess. Uppy Umbrella.
That the one. The letter isn't even on the umbrella.
No, the umbrella's just sat in a U. They could have made it like an upside down umbrella or something, maybe.
Yeah.
Vicky Violet. Walter Walrus.
That one doesn't fit either.
Is that Fix It Hacks?
Fix It Max.
Max.
And I should know, because my name is Max.
Oh.
It actually does that.
Yellow Yo-Yo Man. Zigzag Zebra. And the Vowel
The Vowel Men. They're like the village people of phonics.
A-E-I-O-U. He just comes in on the end. It's just like A-E-I-O-U.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Taking me back.
Taking me back.
Which air hostess entered the TARDIS thinking it was a police telephone box, but eventually became a companion of the Doctor?
Was that Tegan?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I only know that so that I know how to insult my cousin properly. Never to anyone's face. My cousin's
You've got
called...
a girl's name.
She is a girl. She's only like
okay.
she's only like 6 or 7 or something.
I know, because I know we had a conversation about this before, and I got confused whether it was a boy or a girl.
Yeah. Because
And I've obviously remembered the opposite of what I was supposed to remember.
Because I just don't like the name, so I have to know when I say it reminds me of. I have to know what I'm talking about and say it reminds me of an Australian air hostess.
Why? What don't you like about the name Tegan?
I just don't like the name.
You just don't. It's just a weird name for you.
I just don't like it. It's too Australian.
Too Australian.
It's like calling someone. Go on.
Hang on. Quiz 16, 28. Just have to.
What?
That
What?
doesn't make sense.
What?
Sorry, there's a very bad question in this book.
Oh.
The question is, one of the 4 Doctor Who writers for the 2005 series is a member... Oh, no, okay, I misread it.
Oh.
Okay. Never mind.
What's the question?
Oh. Is a member of which popular comedy team? The League of Gentlemen, Little Britain, or Dead Ringers?
Must be League of Gentlemen.
Yeah.
Did he write? What did he write for 2005?
Mark Gatiss.
Yeah, which one did he do for 2005?
Unquite Dead.
Oh, okay. Makes sense.
No, but at first I thought I read the question as who is one of the 4 writers from the 2005 series that was a member of the popular comedy team League of Gentlemen. Checked the answer at the back and it said the League of Gentlemen.
Oh, right.
So the League of Gentlemen was part of it. Yeah.
He is one being.
They are one, for we are legion.
The legion shall be many, and the legion shall be few. I definitely had one on here that was good at that, but I can't remember which one it was. Was it?
A modular.
Yeah, was it Tremolo? I can't remember. No, it wasn't that one. What about that one? Was that maybe? Yeah, that was it. The legion shall be many, and the legion shall be few.
Yeah, that worked. We are legion, for we are one. And that was a red dwarfy one.
Some they call me Crop Tor.
Or it's if you had a much lighter voice, it'd be like that speech in like the 12th Doctor's last one where all the orbs were floating around him.
Oh,
he goes by the Valleyard, the oncoming storm. He is the Doctor of War.
Oh. Da 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 da. Oh, that's the wrong one.
That was the Master one.
Yeah.
Doctor Who. Dingy doo.
Booby boo. Yeah, someone recommended the War Master ones. Well, they said they'd read somewhere that the War Master ones were really, really good, and they wondered if I'd had an opinion on them, and I had to explain that it was important that I listened all the way through the 8th Doctor ones first, so that takes me chronologically up to the Time War, and then I'll listen to all of those. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Was this a commenter?
No, at work.
No? Okay, someone at work.
Yeah.
Ooh, they into Doctor Who.
I think so, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Or they just heard it and knew that you were, so they did.
No, we spoke about it before when I was listening to the first batch that I listened to.
Oh,
and, yeah,
okay.
Good things. Yeah, there are some people at work that are even as weird as us, Ozzy.
It's hard to imagine there's anyone who's as weird as us that isn't on the internet.
Yeah.
It's kind of the digital of that's where the digital comes from, the internet.
That's true.
That's why we've been infected by it.
I should know. I am a full-time internet.
You are a full-time internet.
Yeah, and
one of them.
A-grade certified meme lord.
Oh.
I've got another work anecdote actually about this same guy. He was saying he's when he met his girlfriend, he kind of, they did the normal thing, etc., etc. And then he said to me one day, I finally was confident enough to show her my anime figures.
He just kept him like locked away in a secret box somewhere.
And he looked at me.
Get them out in the middle of the night. It's like, don't worry, my preciouses, we shall be together again soon.
And he looked at me and went, and she didn't immediately leave.
Fair play, man. Fair play.
He said, he kind of, when she looked at them, she just kind of went, what are they for? He was like, I don't know how to answer that.
Be a bit impossible for you to hide anything from anyone you've got with.
Yeah.
So welcome to my house. This is the Lego room.
Yeah.
Oh, as normal people call it, the living room.
Yes, but I shortened it to Lego.
Yeah. They both begin with Lucy Lamplight.
Yep. And Edward the Elder. Yeah. That's the E.
Yeah.
Edward the Elder and Gwen Cooper. And
Dickhead Dave.
Owen, the other one from Torchwood.
Cunt Cat.
What else?
Bellend Bill. Asshole Adam.
Oh, Jesus, you're good at this. Fucking Fred.
G-Spot Jill.
Oh. Horny Hat Man.
Squirt in your ink, man. I don't know. Idiot. Insult. He's the insult tub. He's the one that they all live inside. Jack off Jake.
Yep.
Cunt but cool with a K. Lick you out, lady. Munching Muff Man.
Yeah. I mean, Munching Mike almost works by itself.
Munching Mike. Oh, and the rest.
Anyway, I think on that bombshell, it's time to end. So thanks for watching, everyone. That was quite a good one, I thought. If I say so myself.
I don't know what next time's going to be, whether it will eventually get to 100.
Yeah. So next time it'll either be Inaudible episode 100 or Inaudible episode 99 3/4 or Inaudible episodes. No, not Inaudible. It won't, or just not Inaudible, or it'll be some other name.
Or we're gonna rebrand it.
But I quite like the name Inaudible, so that's probably not going to be that option.
Inaudible 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Inaudible version 2.
2.0.
Yeah.
Just add a 2.0 to it and we just start again.
I did do that already.
Like series 3, isn't it now? So would it be, so it'd be Inaudible 3.0.
It's still series 2, yeah. Nah. Let's just carry on as it's just me in a nutshell. There's things I could do, but I could also just carry on exactly as I am and not change anything. So when you put it like that.
Join us next time for 2/3, 3/3?
Whatever it fuck it is. 3/4 probably. Or 100. 99. Yeah. So we have to say the things which are, if you've enjoyed listening, make sure you tell someone about the podcast who doesn't already know about it. Spread it far and wide. Just like your mum.
Spread it like your leg. Okay. Kind of along the same lines. You just went a little bit more personal with it.
We had the same idea. Kind of. And also, don't forget to, if you're listening on the podcasts, you can head over to Invisible Tower, which is what my name is on YouTube, and subscribe over there and check out the stuff that goes on.
Our Digimon world.
Yeah, and all my EU4 that I do.
Yeah, I know, but that's got both of us in. I mean, we don't really do anything with Rich, so that's kind of the closest to Inaudible we've got. You just kind of have to suffer through.
Well, Ozzy, I've been
Digimon visuals.
I've been editing down a lot of the random big videos that I've saved from OBS and never edited, like Stardew Valley and things like that. So you will see some of that popping up on the channel soon.
Look out for some of that.
Yes. Okay. And I'll be working through the portal and half time and stuff that I did like that as well.
Yeah, we'll have to do some more bits and bobs at some point.
Yeah.
As well, more Crash.
Yes.
I'll try editing that soon, see if that turned out all right.
Yeah. Ozzy is
Boys,
over
welcome
on TS Reactions. He
Yes.
reacts to things like Digimon, Doctor Who. Well, not Doctor Who's. Well, yeah, you're showing Doctor Who, classic Doctor Who. Yeah, of course.
Classic Doctor Who.
Sarah Jane Adventures, so on and so forth. Star Trek.
Star Trek.
That's the best one.
The one you're in is the one you almost forgot to mention.
Yeah, I enjoy it so much. I do. I'm very much enjoying it.
Yeah.
And yeah,
occasionally games. Occasionally the odd game.
You can tweet at me at Invisible Tower. Ozzy don't have any of that. You can email.
Can't tweet me.
You can email us contact@termco.net or comment on the YouTube, however you want to do it. But it's
That's how you can get
Go on.
hold of me. YouTube. Send me a YouTube message if you need anything from me.
Yes. But I think it's important to get all that out of the way because it's an important part of the brand.
The brain.
The brand. So yeah. See you
brains.
Brains.
See you next week for whatever we do.
Yeah, bye.
Bah.
I'm going to cut that bye out so I get the last word. But now I'm going to leave that in. But now I'm going to leave this. Oh, fuck me. We need to stop. So next week, I don't really know what we're doing podcast-wise, but I'm sure we'll figure it out.
Message Rich. At the worst, we'll be able to do something.
Yeah. We need to find Rich a job with like fixed hours. Should be our mission.
Or we could just like kidnap him and hold him in a basement until we need him.
You do make a good point there. Put him in the back of the van with all the shoes that we've mentioned before on Digimon World.
Stan, he'll give us a hand. Yeah. Stan's great at that shit. Remember all the other people he's kidnapped?
Oh yeah, where do you think he got those shoes?
But only the left shoe. He doesn't collect right ones.
That's why they call him Stan the Crazy Man.
Yep, that's him.